Right, so I think with staff members coming in that are new, it allows them to, open up and try to get to know who they're going to work with, especially people who have been in there who are veterans. They've been there for a long time, they kind of know the building, they know each other, but new teachers coming in, it's always good to kind of start up getting to know who people are that you're going to be around.
And I think some of the questions, once you get into it, are deeper questions too. So starting with some easy questions to answer first, even when we do it amongst staff, makes it non-defensive. And then when we have it one-on-one, it's like, oh, nobody else can hear what I'm saying. Good. So now I can tell you what I really think about this topic, but nobody else is judging me. And you like donuts and I like bacon, so it makes it very non-defensive, and you're not judging me already. Yeah.
I would feel that having the staff do it start one easier, or just something light, maybe not related to education. That way they can kind of build on what they know, so they can at least share something and then guide their way into the topics at hand.
Well, and especially with staff, when you're using these conversation starters, teachers are so much on an island and they don't get to spend time with other adults, and you can forget that the challenges you see are the same challenges that other people see. And I think that educators tend to want to be really good, and you don't stay in this profession unless you want to be really good at teaching, unless you want to be really good with kids. And so just getting the conversation started, everybody realizes they're there for good reasons and with good intentions. And I think a lot of minority students are taught throughout education to to be successful is to be quiet. And that is the ultimate goal for students. Be quiet, don't be a bother, and you are a successful student. And this kind of flips it on its head that, okay, success isn't just being quiet, success is being a part of the conversation. And I think that non-educators would be shocked at how little confidence teenagers have in actually speaking about the content. They'll talk all day about non-content things, but you ask them to talk about history, you ask them to talk about World War I, you ask them to talk about Adolf Hitler, you ask them to talk about a historical topic, their confidence goes straight down the toilet, and you have to build that confidence up with non-content related conversations too.
So if you're talking to the staff and this is a sensitive topic, it might be best to talk about how the first step to solving a problem is to identify that it is a problem. And so if you're not allowing your staff to open up to each other about a problem they know they're experiencing, then how are you ever going to solve it? And so that confidentiality piece is so important, in telling people it's okay to admit you have a problem. What's not okay is doing nothing about it. And so having that conversation with a colleague is that first step towards fixing that problem, if you do indeed have it.
And I think that leadership is really important when staff talk about sensitive subjects, because there's got to be some communication early on that we recognize that these are systems that we're talking about. Racism is a system, bias is a system. It's not like I have bias, bad me, stop teaching. It's realizing that you're part of a system that's been set up in our country for hundreds of years, and you're either fighting to dismantle that system and make it better, or you're unaware of it and you're part of that system, which can be really hard.